Okay, so... And in all honesty, I feel so much of the time like I don't really have life stuff figured out. Like, I've not really been job hunting all that much lately. Mostly because I'm quite comfortable where I'm at. Just kind of riding that while I can. Make use of that, I figure. But yeah, I should start looking into more stuff in the nearest future here. Maybe take the advice of one of the BioWare founders and look into remote work. Alright, it's probably not that then, right? The Den of Judgment, so it'll probably be that up there. If you are passionate about stuff, which you am about like video games and such, but like don't know that there's any jobs related to that are accommodating and not kind of unrealistic. Like YouTube and Twitch, those are pretty unrealistic, and you know it at the same time. Yeah, like, believe me, if I could make like a full career out of YouTube and Twitch, I absolutely would. But that's not exactly a super realistic thing. Even being in the position that I am, where I'm already in probably like the top 1% when you just consider everybody and their mother making Twitch and YouTube channels. Like, even though I'm at the kind of place where it's like, I'm easily making far less than minimum wage compared to the hours that I put in. Is this the right thing? Yeah, it is. That's still like top 1% just because of how many people are doing it, which is like crazy. But even being in like a position like that, it's still so far from being able to make something sustainable out of it. So yeah, Twitch and YouTube isn't really a great career path to go down per se. Oh, okay, so the thing is there. Let me figure out what I'm doing here really quickly. Maybe I could phone a friend in there. But yeah. I mean, it could definitely depend on like the kind of position, right? Like if it's something that you're really, really into, then maybe they'd be like, oh, heck yeah. Die. Whoops. I forgot I was holding the ability button, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, what? Just randomly say die. No, that is not part of what I was trying to say. I want to see if I can phone a friend. Because that'd be kind of cool. If so, I definitely wouldn't mind here. Control over your time is just so essential to you. Maybe there's some positions that are kind of like where I'm working, where it's just like, put in hours where you can, like a casual kind of position. Mayhap. I don't know what kind of other jobs there would be for that. Like, I just kind of lucked out with my position by family, so I'm not entirely sure. Can I target you? Oh my goodness, I was actually able to phone a friend in time. Amazing. Alright, ow. Well, my friend is here. Here, can I chain this if I... What? Why did I take nothing? Here. Okay, I can't chain it with that, but like, that's fine, I guess. Here, get my big AoE swings. Okay, this is fine. Oh, I just missed everything. Maybe, but there are very, very few like that, especially in America. I gotcha. Whoa. Yeah, I'm... Wow. Whenever people have problems that they're sharing, I usually try to offer, like, realistic kind of solutions where I can. But I'm sorry to say, like, the job market is not really one that I know all that much about here. I'm sure that there's something. Oh, gathering more strength. Collect all the Keeper's Insights in episode 2. I just got a Steam achievement. Out of curiosity, how many players have that? Because I've been checking stuff like that with Persona 3 Reload. 10.5% of players have this achievement. That is more than I thought it would be, I'm gonna be honest. Like, just over a 10th? Really? Like, I'm surprised that more players didn't quit. So which one is it? It's this one here. Oh, that's for my Devastating Shot. And I do use that a decent bit. It's like the arrow ability that I use the most. Artemis's Trickery. Your arrows become deadly traps that detonate and deal 250% 100 damage to enemies that come in close proximity. Special arrows can be used. That is so completely different than Devastating Shot, but like... Deals 400% 100 damage? That's 250%. Is this really better, realistically? Like, I can put down traps that help, like, future-proof or something like that. But why wouldn't I just take the raw damage? Like, I guess I can hit multiple people that way. But if I'm facing, like, a boss, or, like, there's one particular target that I want to hit with Devastating Shot, which is the way that it usually is, why wouldn't I just use Devastating Shot instead? Like, this would be helpful for crowds. Like, maybe I'll just leave it off, and if I'm in a situation that I'm surrounded by, like, a bazillion guys, and I remember to use it, then maybe I'll switch it on. But knowing me, I'm probably not going to remember to do that. So, I mean, something that you really need advice for? Do you know anyone that could give you the advice that you need? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, if it was something that was like a sort of specialty kind of field that you were looking for, then I would know people that can give advice. Like, I know that Guzma, when he was looking for a job, that one of the friendos around here that he met when he was briefly visiting here, who works as a chef, was able to give him some advice, and those two were chatting a decent bit. Labors of the Keeper. Completing Labors of the Keeper will end this adventure in the underworld. Oh, I'm gonna get done with episode 2 and I'll move on to episode 3? Okay. Some people have freelance though, but might not be able to get great advice from them there. Let's see here. But I think I can go back to like other worlds whenever I want, right? Not like I think I'd ever realistically come back, but just out of curiosity. Yeah, like I can go back here whenever I want. So all quests from other realms will not be available while in the underworld. Yeah, that's fine. I can just go to the other realms. Quests from other realms will not be available while in Elysium. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a-okay. Mostly art and stuff. Stuff that you're not in the field of then. Here, let's go, I'm gonna have to run over to that. Let's go do that in that case. Yeah, and after I first graduated, I applied to lots of different game studios and didn't hear back from any. I didn't look into any remote positions, it was all just in-person things. So I do know the feel of job hunting and not finding anything, but I'll hunt further one day with like remote stuff and can always reapply to places like BioWare and Inflection and stuff like that. I do realize that I'm like very lucky to be in the position that I am with the university. Very grateful for that. But yeah, not entirely sure what the future holds. And who knows, maybe I won't even go into gaming. Maybe I will do something plant-based. Environmental-based. Where I can use computer skills. Maybe. That I could be passionate about too. But gaming was built here. You'll never believe what just happened again. Oh my goodness. Well, I have not had the power go out here in years, honestly. And now it just happened like twice this same stream. So I was caught in like pitch black darkness in here again. Realistically, I don't know if I should continue trying to stream tonight. Maybe this isn't a great night for it after all. Maybe I should just tell my stories and be done with it. Here's what should happen here. I gotta reset my printer settings. Just give me a hot second here. I gotta do everything here again. Alright, hold on. Give me a moment. But yeah, and that's pretty good there. And yeah, we haven't dealt with like power issues here for a long time. Sometimes I'll have internet issues around here. The stream will go down because like the internet randomly disconnects. Like that has definitely been an issue here and there across the channel's history and continues to be an issue here and there to this day. But the power just completely dying, especially not even during a storm, makes you wonder if they're doing something weird. Is this set back to Persona 3 Reload for game capture? It is! Set back to Persona 3 Reload. There we go. Well, there, look, I set it back to the game, but I gotta open things again. So I gotta do. Here, let's go to my Assassin's Creed Odyssey folder, and go to my custom scripting, open up my stupid sound effects for the stupid memes that you're rarely even hearing the stream, anti-micro. Maybe if I do it on the game so the inputs don't get eaten by my printer software. Die! Yeah, it's definitely working. Open up Task Manager again because that's something I always like to have open. Go into my other printer settings and turn off the lights back there because they're going to distract me. I usually have them like really low. Whenever the printer comes back to life, it just puts them on like full blast. Did that turn them all off? Sometimes the signal doesn't get sent all the way across, but it looks like it did this time all in one go. You can see a dragon that I recently printed there for a friend of my Oma's. She requested me to print a couple dragons for her to give out as Christmas gifts to people. But yeah, let's see here. Our power grid used to be one of the most volatile as well, more volatile than surrounding power grids, and are just on the edge of the grid. So essentially our backyard neighbors would have power, but not us. Oh, jeez. Well, we'll see how long this lasts. Hopefully, this isn't too bad, at least. It's not the worst thing ever. But what I'm trying to say here is hopefully tomorrow, when I try to finish off my Fire Emblem Fates series on its 1-year anniversary, I can not have to worry about the power randomly dying, because that would not be great. It was not doing this earlier today. Like, this is just a very sudden surprise. If it was doing this earlier today with the power being on and off, I would not have started a stream today. But now it's sunk cost fallacy. Now I'm in it to win it. If it doesn't keep on doing it, I might just, like, end stream preemptively and not be able to share the stories that I want to share. But now that we're gonna wrap up this episode, I guess, this episode went by much faster than the first one. I'm honestly kind of thankful for that. Maybe start episode 3, and then once that's, like, properly underway, then I can share the stories that I want to share. Because I actually do have a lot of life update stuff that I'll probably share this stream. But yeah, for a second, I thought you were back at where you were at the start of last stream. I'm just so grateful this game has an autosave. If this game didn't have an autosave and each of those times like that happened, that would really suck. And my motivation to keep on playing this game is already low. Like, if I wasn't a content creator, there's no way I'd finish this off just because, like, I have 125 hours in this game already. That's too much. I'm getting so dang bored of it, even if there's more new content to play. So, like, if I wasn't a content creator, I wouldn't be playing up to this point. And then that would be, like, an especially big motivation killer. Just losing some save data. So I find it very funny that your old videos have 7 minutes one episode and 2 hours another one in the same series. I think must remain unfinished in the underworld. That's fine. They'll still be here when I come back, right? Should I really care about them? Lost but not forgotten. What kind of quests are they? They're not essential ones. It doesn't list them here. Lost but not forgotten, recommended level 66. Death before dishonor, recommended level 66. Are these, like, story significant? Anyway, I know the worst aggressor was probably, like, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, because I think I did parts of that, like, based on the chapters of the game, I believe, and they would be, like, very variable different lengths. But, yeah, it was basically, like, did I feel like this covered, like, a significant section of the game? Whereas now it's just like, yeah, just try to average it at roughly half an hour is what I try to do, no matter what. The only thing that I'll try to make longer is if there's, like, a discussion. Like, maybe we're talking about, like, one specific topic for an hour straight, like, really in depth. And then I'll just have that be, like, a standalone part, so that full discussion is there. If it's, like, a minor kind of casual conversation, then it's like, yeah, I'll just cut that up into a couple different parts. It's no big deal. Like, things will be longer if there's a lot of stuff going on, like, the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom final part was like an hour and a half long, I think. Like, it was on the longer side. Just because that's still, like, my final attempt of the final boss that beat it. And then the credits, and then, like, my full review. Just because that stuff with the gameplay took, like, half an hour. And then I just gave, like, my full review for, like, an hour straight. So it's like, yeah, I may as well just have that as one part. But yeah, it's pretty bad of an aggressor. Oh, yeah, because I think it was based on, like, the chapters of, like, the characters there. And those would have, like, very variable lengths. Because I wanted to have, like, one part per, like, character chapter. Or something like that. Like, it was certainly something. Because I was like, oh, that'll make sense. Let's just have, like, one part per chapter. And, like, the chapters would be, like, really short sometimes. And yeah, it was certainly something. Let me look this up really quickly. I'm also used to, Persona 3 Reload, where I alt-tab off the game and it pauses it, but not this one. Yeah, and I would do that, and I used to do, like, point parts, I called them. Or it'd be, like, part 2.1, for example. So that you would know that it's not anything story-related. So those that just cared about, like, the main content could just do, like, all the solid number parts, and then get to the good stuff, rather than seeing, like, all the point parts that is just, like, all the random filler, random crap that doesn't really matter, is something that I used to do. Nowadays, I don't. I haven't done that for years. But if you look at something like the Xenoblade Chronicles series, for example, that's another one that has the point parts, where, especially Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where I did so much other stuff. The furthest I ever got with point parts at one time was like point 20, with the Definitive Edition playthrough, where it'd be like part 81.20, something like that. There's like 20 parts worth of filler before the next actual story part. Yep, yeah, that's the way that I used to do it. I was a brand new content creator, I wasn't sure how to do it. It was, very different times back then, for sure. I was about to look up Assassin's Creed Odyssey. How to not have the power die. Lost but not forgotten. I can see over OBS. Lost but not forgotten. Does this seem important? Assassin's Creed Wiki? Let's see here. Oh, apparently that one involves Phoebe, meaning it is, like, story significant. So even if I can do it later, which I assume I would be able to, Death Before Dishonor. So, like, it's not required, but it is important to the main story because it is connected to it. Before Dishonor. And whenever I do, like, story and DLC and stuff like that, I always want to do, like, all the main story important stuff. Not necessarily 100% it, but, do all the main content. And that sounds like it might be main content. Met with Charon, who needed help with lost souls, who never got a funeral to find peace. With that one. I don't know who the hell Charon is. Does this matter? I thought I saw something about, yeah, apparently there's swordfish in this, and that one, which is also tied to the main story. So, I want to get this game done, but, like, I guess I'll do it. Because I guess this falls under the umbrella of main content. Oh my god. Whatever. Whatever, I guess. But yeah, Octopath Traveler was an interesting one, because that was the first ever long... Whoops. That's not a run button. I don't need to get mixed up with, like, Persona 3 Reload and other games. Octopath Traveler was, like, the first ever long playthrough I did on the channel. Back in those days, I was still primarily streaming Dead by Daylight and Smash Bros. And just doing playthroughs from time to time, usually of really short things. So there's things like Kirby Star Allies, Mario Galaxy, things like that here and there that aren't really that long of a commitment. Or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon that I do in, like, a long session over a weekend or a few sessions over a weekend, then it's done. I never really did anything long term. And then I did that, and it was, like, first experience streaming a long thing. If I can't pick it up as I run by conveniently, then I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say it's not as bad as Octopath Traveler, but a lot of them are around 30 minutes, but then you scroll down more and saw 3 minutes. Are they point parts, I wonder? Yeah, nowadays I try to get anywhere from 20 minutes to 40. Well, I usually try to not have anything be shorter than 20 at minimum. I don't really have a cap for maximum length, because again, if there's something like final boss plus full review that goes on for a while, then yeah, that's going to be a long part at the end of a series. Or if we have like a really in-depth discussion for like a really long time, then that'll make it longer. So I try to average around half an hour. Like, my average, I try to be in the range of 25 to 35. No lower than 20. Sometimes needs must. I think there was one part of the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom series that's like 19 minutes, and it's like, okay, it's not the end of the world. And then no real cap on maximum length, but if there's not anything like super special going on, then I'll try to not exceed like 40. Chapter 10, part 1. Yep. That's how it'd go. Explore the barren pond. What? Wants me to go back this way? You what? Thought I was gonna follow the footprints, so I guess I'll do this now.
Dolls in the underworld?
So yeah, I guess I'll inspect things here. Yeah, I have definitely changed a whole lot in terms of my content creation stance over the years. I've wondered, did you do for 3 minutes to warrant it to be a whole video? What series was this, out of curiosity? Was that Octopath Traveler as well, or was that a different one? Child's note, dear Macho and Pater, you've never met me and I've never met you, but it's time to change that. If you find this letter, maybe north of the barren pond, I will wait for you there. And their parents will just immediately be like, oh, it must be my child. Super Mystery Dungeon? Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I wouldn't remember. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see here. It was last found in the center of the Scorched Lands. Here she was wandering west of the Passage of Souls. Where the heck is the Passage of Souls? Passage of Souls. So just, like, go north. And I'll find this eventually. Will be the case. So just go this way. I should make, like, parts super short randomly in this series. Just to pad it to 300 parts. Just to say that we reached 300 parts in this series. I really don't want the series to reach 300 parts, I'm gonna be honest. I really hope it doesn't. So I'm so done with this game. But, like, I'm gonna do all the main story content. I always do in my playthroughs. So, like, that's what I'm going to do. So, let's see here. Octopath Traveler, you can almost understand as you can get to a town in Gearbound in 3 minutes, but Super Mystery Dungeon, you can't even do a dungeon in that time. Yeah, I wouldn't remember what I was doing for 3 minutes. Maybe the internet died and I was too lazy to, like, combine things back then or something. I don't know.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Are you a goddess?
Phoebe, it's me, Cassandra.
It's nice to meet you, Cassandra. Is that your Eden? I I wish I had an eagle.
I know you do, Phoebe. I know you do. What are you doing here?
Playing? How do you know my name?
Just try to remember.
Marcos, Athens, Aspasia. Do you remember any of it? Me?
I don't remember you. Do you work for the man with one eye?
Who's that?
He gave me this water when I was thirsty.
You drank Lethe's water. Phoebe, this is very important. I need you to remember who gave you that.
I don't remember his name. He took my toy.
You had an eagle, like Icarus. If we get your eagle back, maybe you'll remember.
No, I remember everything. I think.
Where'd the one-eyed man go?
Do you know where the man with one eye took your wooden eagle?
I think he said something about a pit.
The pit of deprivation?
That's it.
What else do you remember?
Do you remember anything from before drinking that water?
No, I've always been here.
We need to get your eagle
I
back.
should never have given you this water or taken your toy eagle. We're going to get it back.
Before the power dies.
You mean steal?
That won't be stealing it if it's yours.
Stealing is exactly what I mean.
But I mean,
Something tells me you are going to be a natural. Want to come with me?
You want me to come on an adventure with you? Okay.
Then let the adventure begin.
so Phoebe had some of that memory erasing water. Haven't gone that far in Super Mystery Dungeon, so can't watch it without spoilers. I was here watching this original Super Mystery Dungeon series from 2018. The inferior playthrough.
I've always been right
Whoa.
here.
Boobity bop. So fucking curious now.
She was brave and smart.
Okay.
She'd say she looked up to me, but I'm the one who looked up to her.
You looked up to her? Did you ever tell her?
No. I wanted to. But I
We are talking about, like, the Phoebe from the world before, right? I thought that Phoebe was a he, and am I losing my mind? I know this was months ago now.
where she was loved by people like Pericles. Does that name sound familiar?
Cassandra's just saying something fictional now. It's
Funny
not
name. It sounds like a sneeze.
What about
confuse Phoebe here or something. I don't
No
know.
one who meets her forgets her.
There's like, hey, she was kind of talking about Phoebe in the third person and then not, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm confused now. There's no way that you go with me down into this pit. Considering, yeah. Alright, well, this is the way I go. Time to go steal a toy. Yeah, you mean superior? I think you misspoke. Yeah. The superior playthrough there. From 6 years ago. The far better one. Oh yeah, this is the place I've been down, but this time I go around the corner over here, it looks
Be
like.
extra careful in this
Okay.
area.
Well, I guess maybe I'll be in this mission for a little while. Should I tell my other stories? Best paced playthrough I've ever seen. Better pacing than the best paced story of all time. One Piece. Let's see here. Yoink. Enter Rift. What? What? Did I do these at one point and forget how they work? Oh, are these like the challenge things where I have like half health and I fight guys? I sure don't have half health and I sure don't see guys that I fight. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? I'm like sparkly now. I have triangles that look just like Try's triangles from Echoes of Wisdom. Am I... Well, they can still see me. I mean, like... What am I doing? I'll start rambling about story stuff here in a little bit. It's guarded by the one-eyed man's guards. Is it back in that room? What does it want from me? Like, I'm confused. Can I? Ow! If we get no lag on the sound effects, that'd be great. I mean... Here, I want adrenaline first. No, never mind. Oh, this guy came back! This guy came back! Whoa! Why are you teleporting? What the heck? How are they teleporting up? Thanks, Ubisoft, I guess. Whoa, my God. Please stop. Why is it slow motion? Why is it slow motion? Oh, I forgot. I have the different effect now. And I have to hit them a bunch of times to get my health back. I forgot about that, I'm gonna be honest.